Right, guys, welcome. It's Thursday, 12:35 in the evening, well, in the afternoon, March 31st, okay, which means tomorrow is April Fool's Day. So I definitely wanted to get this out before then because I didn't want you guys to think that I was trying to fool you into us launching. Make sense? All right, so got a lot of things to cover. I want to go over everything, okay, so that you're not confused. We're moving into the launch season, which means we're about to open our program for the first time to the public, okay? Which means that if you're in here at this moment, you are considered a founding beta member, okay? And that's why all of us are confused because you're a founding beta member, which means that when we decided to build this academy, we knew it was going to be a lot of moving parts, and so we knew it was going to take a long time. However, we couldn't do it alone. And I'm talking about myself, Sergio, Alicia, who are my two assistants, executive assistants. They assist me on everything that I do on the back end. And then I have my business partner, Greg, my business partner, Eugene, my business partner, Will, and my business partner, Systems. Okay. So as I talk about this entire presentation, those names that I just mentioned, you guys are not part of this information because we have our own thing going on the back end. And then we just onboarded some staff to join us up in that situation within Global Tech. We're going to be covering that some. But understand that this meeting is not about Global Tech. So anything we mention in it doesn't have anything to do with Global Tech. Okay, so that excludes the meeting. We're going to mention it so that you guys aren't confused. But it is nothing to do with NBL Business Academy. Okay, so if you are part of Global Tech, your meetings will be separate. This means that you are also part of NBL Business Academy training, okay? And so everything that, if you're taking this training, everything I talk about during this huddle pertains to us. Make sense? Okay, cool. So before we begin, guys, I want you to put your minds in a blank state. Forget everything you've learned up until this point, besides the credentials that we told you to set in place, because we're going to start from the beginning. Okay, we're opening our doors to a new situation, and so we're going to start from the beginning. And the beginning is going to start over here somewhere. Okay, when a customer comes in, when our new public people comes into our academy, which means we've just opened up the zip codes. We let 120 people in from each zip code that we open up, and that's only 120 people. The people we let in do not get paid while they train. Okay, I train people. I don't run an affiliate program. I don't run any of those types of things. The reason I offered those programs to you all, because you're helping me build this, and I knew it was going to take us about 5 years to do so. And so at the end of the 5th year, when we open up to the public, you all have your partner links, which we'll be going over later, not today, but later. And when we get into the cash flow cycle, you guys will have your partner links. You'll understand how to track your sales. You'll understand how to track the rotator, and you'll be able to systematically predict your income based on the systems and strategies and tools we'll be using in the cash flow cycle. Okay, you must understand you haven't been able to create cash flow because we haven't taught you how. This business week 1 and 2 is not designed for the cash flow portions. It's designed for you to get your credentials set up the proper way so that when we start teaching you the cash flow, you will not be, I'm going to say, leaving money on the table, if you will, because you don't have something set in place like a bank that's attached to the SBFE or SBA with a low 5 rating, which means that if your EIN get ran through any lender or anything that you're trying to get approved for, then that'll be a red light because you don't have it set up, or it'll be a red light if you didn't have your website set up, or a red light if you're not listed in 411 directory, or a red light if you don't have your if you named your company the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? So those credentials make sure that you understand the process so that you stay qualified for low risk. Okay, that's all I had. That's all we were trying to do within the first week, which is business week 1, business week 1A, business week 2, and business week 2A. Okay, so you guys came up to this point. For those who are just like, I understand it, I'm going to do trial and error, you also obtained some trade line credit. which means you've applied for the trade lines we told you to apply for, and you actually activated those accounts, and you're in your net 30 terms right now as we speak. The people who've done that will also realize when they log into the Dun & Bradstreet situation that you'll have a paydex score, right? A paydex score. Kevin Thompson, which is one of our founding members, he's the first person that completed that task. And so he's right now working on the back end on advanced systems and processes that we're going to be teaching you guys when we get into the cash flow cycle, so you can understand that trade lines is the most important money that you can have as an entity. Okay, so a lot of people discount it because they're like, oh, I can't spend it, I can't buy. No, you can. The difference is that you're just getting started. I can't tell you what to do in the 12th grade unless we understand how to write out ABCs. Correct? Okay, so we're so used to being told that we're going to be, an overnight success, living the dream. We buy these courses, and we listen to these experts out here in the industry telling us that these processes work if we just put these things in place. Well, if you've never learned what I'm teaching you up until this point, that means that you've started in the middle of the value ladder. You started in the middle of a process, or you started in the middle of somebody else's operation, which is why you cannot become successful. Okay? My mom and dad always told me, you consume, you make useful what you understand, and you disregard the rest. And you do it your way so that you can always feel comfortable and so that you can always depend on you. Okay, so I'm not trying to help you make money. I'm not trying to change your life. I'm not trying to do any of those frivolous things. Let's make one thing clear. Right now, as a unit, a founding beta members unit, Larry do not work based on anyone else's terms. Okay, I'm going to explain to you guys what that means. That means I do it my way, I build my own systems, and I make my own money. Period. That's the end of the story. I do it my way, I build my own systems, and I make my own money. Okay? Now I'm working on a project right now. I'm working on a personal project right now, and I've always worked on personal projects my entire career. Right? And my personal projects are my business. So before I get into the project that we're working on, so you guys can fully understand who your business guide is throughout this entire situation, let me explain to you one thing about life. Separate it from your business. Okay? I am empathetic around your circumstances. I am empathetic. This is the reason why NBL Business Academy exists in the first place. Because when I, started out in this industry about 20 years ago as an entrepreneur, it's so hard to transition from, not needing that 9 to 5. And then I finally figured it out and transitioned. I made about $300,000 my first year. All right. And the second year I made about $800,000. That's because I learned how to do automations and I learned how to do funnels and things of that nature, right? Build bigger product lines and all of those good things. One thing that I can say is that the reason this academy exists is because no one else knew how to do those things, which means I was at the top. Will was with me. Greg was with me, but they didn't know how to do those things. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's a problem for me. Like, why am I successful? And I'm teaching you guys the principles of marketing. I'm teaching you guys, we're all selling and pitching the same thing. So why am I successful and you guys aren't successful? Well, that's the reason the academy exists, because that's an industry-wide problem. There's 70% of people failing when they buy home study courses and listen to gurus. We were one of those 70. We were part of that 70%. Okay? And so this academy removes you from that chain reaction, if you will. Right? And so when you think about life, separate your life from your business, because I do mine. Everyone has circumstances. Everyone has things that come up. Everyone has emergencies. Okay? One thing to make clear, I do not make anyone's emergency my problem, because everything I cannot control. I only stress over what I can physically control and change. If I cannot, it is not of my concern. Right? So I need you guys to adapt that understanding, because when you adapt that understanding, everything becomes infinitely easier. All right? Put yourself on a work schedule. My work schedule is 9 to 5. Inside those work hours, my family do not bother me. because it's disrespectful to, bother someone while they're at work. Okay? I'm not an entrepreneur, right? I'm a chairman of my brands. Okay? I build out my systems and I build out processes to help people evolve. I work my companies and I make my income. Why am I saying my? Why am I doing this? Okay, because I want you guys to understand what's going on right now. When we create a process or a system in business, okay, a lot of people are of the consumer mindset, customer service world, and then there's a product or service that you're purchasing. Okay, this is the same concept. We are in business. Business is created to create profit outside of working income. Okay, so I'm going to do it, which is called a modus operandi. That's my way. Inside the cash flow cycle, you're going to also create a modus operandi to do it your way. All right, I teach what I know, and that brings me back to what we're building. All right, it's going to make sense in 2 seconds. We're building a $47 billion company here. Okay, that's up to you to believe it. I really don't care, but it's a $47 billion company. Inside this company, I need a lead magnet in order to start that process. It's 4 systems, 4 phases, 4 systems. Okay, NBL Business Academy and NBL Business Small Business University. That is Business Week 1 and 2, NBL Business Academy. 2B transitions to Small Business Startup University. And then when we get into week 3, you're going into the cash flow process. This is all we're going to break down in a second. However, the reason all of that complicated crap exists is because I can't walk up to you and say, hey, Liz, I'm building a $47 billion company. Give me $1,000 and we can go ahead and do it together. Look at me like, no, I'm not. I'm just not going to do it. Right? You have to understand the concept. You have to see the process. You have to realize, okay, well, this makes sense. This is what we're doing. And if I even gave you the entire picture of a $47 billion product, would you really believe that's going to come true? Right? If I say we're going to build a company called NBL Business, we're going to teach people the low risk process, and then we're going to reverse poverty in half the United States. Would you have believed that this is true if you didn't see it or walk through it yourself for the last 5 years as we've been building it, seeing everything unfold, seeing everything just come to life? You understand what I'm saying, guys? Why am I able to do that? Work with no distractions and things of that nature? Because I separate my life from my business, and then I put an iron wall in between it. Right? And I do not let anybody interfere with the business, because if your life is in a shambles and then you let that interfere in your business and that becomes a shamble, you got life problems and you broke, that is just a really bad situation to be in. Okay, so regardless of what happens in life, 90% of bad circumstances is because of lack of resources or lack of finances. Okay, the NBL Business Academy was designed to make sure you never run out of finances and never run out of resources. So please don't let your life or your circumstances interfere with your learning, because at the end of the day, what we're ultimately doing is giving you unlimited cash flow for life that you self-generate on your own. Do you want that outcome? If that's the outcome you want, there's a lot of moving parts in order to put those things in place. And if you don't follow the instructions exactly the way I tell you, you're going to mess up. So let's remove distractions. Let's stop thinking about what we should be doing or what we should have in our pocket right now. It's a 3-year program, which means year 1, business credit. Year 2, cash flow. Year 3, prosperity. Okay, we're going to walk through everything as I cover the team notes, but I want you guys to understand that this program exists to reverse poverty. You are its founding members, and I'm going to do everything in my power to record your result of that outcome happening. And if we wasn't on track, you wouldn't be low risk. If we wasn't on track, you wouldn't be approved for trade lines right now. Go try to start a new LLC and just go try to get approved for a trade line and see how denied you get if you don't put any of the things I put in place for you. Right? People, when you do it the right way, it's an easy road. When you do it the wrong way, it's a struggling road. And so because you started doing it the right way without me letting you guys fail the first time to do it, I mean, we did some things like when you apply for your business loans, a lot of people didn't get approved. But when we apply for the next business loans, when we get into like business week 6, you're going to get approved for everything. And then you're going to understand why you wasn't approved the first time. Right? The people that just came in like 2 to 3 months or like a month and a half ago, you guys missed that part. Okay. So let's go ahead and get through everything. Let's understand that we need to be focused. We have to pay attention. This is not a home study course. This is not a bunch of me throw up a module and then you pay attention and then watch the module and then that's all you hear from me. This is not that type of program. I'm going to walk you step by step through small, intimate classes. Right now you have a class of 25 members. We're going to be adding 25 more new people to this class from my social media account. Okay? When the new 25 come in, you guys are well versed. You understand all the concepts. So when they ask questions, we can help them out. That's a class of 50. And then we're going to do a class of 50 from each zip code. Okay, maybe two classes of 50, and then because we'll walk, but it's going to be small classes in each zip code, and that's it. That's the seasons. Our seasons run 2 classes per quarter in each zip code. So if you're in, you're in. If you're not, you're not. Once we close this season out, once we recruit 250 people on the enrollment board, and we have all of those students start for this season, and that's the first quarter season between January, February, March, that's first quarter, okay? Because the first quarter we were still building and getting everything together. Our first fiscal year starts April 1st, which means launch open up. We let the new people come in, and that's the next quarter. Okay, we're only going to take 250 to 600 people in this quarter, but it's going to be spread out around 17 different zip codes in the United States. Our scarcity is small. We have a very limited amount of spaces, and we teach a very powerful system. Okay, guys, do not let what you've been through in the past deter you from getting this information. This is the best money-making information on the planet, in my opinion, and based on what you guys have been doing and showing me flawlessly, it's proven to be true. Okay, we're the only team right now that has 100% success rate of every step that we've completed. I will never leave you behind. That's why we do it together. So if, let's say for instance, Eric, right, or Michael has something coming up and they're right at the brink of week 7, or let me say week 4, right, and we're about to move into business acquisitions in week 5, but they haven't finished these processes and the other team has finished these processes, what do Larry do? What do you think I do? You think I move the team into the new processes, or do you wait for Michael and Eric? Every single time, unless Eric and Michael tell me to leave them, we're going to wait for them. Unless Eric or Michael stop communicating with the team, I'm sorry, we're going to wait for them. Unless they stop, we're going to wait for them. Okay, we're not going to leave anyone behind a process, because if I give 17 people of a 50-person class new instructions and 50 people aren't finished old instructions, then guess what happens? 17 people will have new questions. The 50 people have old questions. Then I'm busy as crap. But if I keep everyone together, and 48 people have finished the lesson, and 2 people trying to catch up, how helpful do you think the 48 will be for the 2? Does it make sense, guys? So we're moving together in unison. Stop saying questions. Please, as a founding beta member, guys, you should know me better than that. You've been working with me for the last 5 years. I don't want to get left behind, Larry. I don't want to miss anything, Larry. If that means that I'm lying to you. If I say I'm not going to leave you and I say we're not going to miss anything and you miss something or we leave you, that means I just lied to you, okay? That's not cool. That's not ethical business. So worrying about getting left behind or missing something because, something circumstantial came up or you couldn't afford to get into a process that we needed to get complete, the reason it's not affordable is because you're not in the cash flow cycle making $100,000 a month yet. Are you? Because if you are, please let me know so we can catch up to you. But if you're not, please sit patiently so we can get you through each lesson and move you and ramp you up into that point. Make sense, guys? All right, so that's my 15 minutes of rant. If you guys are in the right mindset, right state of frame, let's go ahead and get started and go over all the information. Okay, so I'm starting you completely from the beginning. This is completely from the beginning. When a customer comes in after they got through the lead magnet and they entice and they say, wow, I want to start, then this is the first thing that they see. We're going to go over it with you guys. It's been revamped. It's not the same presentation that you've seen 3 years ago. Make sense? Because we have evolved. We understand our target audience. We've dialed in our processes and we're ready to launch. So this is a whole new company, guys. It's not going to move slow. It's going to be a very fast-paced situation because I move very fast and all we're doing is we're using a pen. Like literally filling out a bunch of paperwork. That's pretty much it. Okay. When we get into the cash flow cycle, I'm gonna teach you one campaign. There's one campaign going to make you all the money you'll ever need in your whole life when it comes to building cash flow. And then when we understand that we got $100,000 in cash flow per month, and and we got $100,000 in business credit resources that we can access, then I know that you guys have cash flow knowledge and you're consistent and it's predictable. Now I can move you into cycle 3, which is the prosperity cycle, so we can show you how to grow your money compoundly over time. Okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the cash flow power triangle system, the IN Business Pro introduction. So inside the Simplero account, you should have a checklist that you can download, and it has what you should have in your first week. Naming your entity, getting your business address, get your business phone number, email, and fax, the list on 411, claim your Google listings, get your domain and activate your 5-page website, get your LLC registered with your state, get your agreement to do business, and this is optional if you have partners. Get your corporate shield protection. This is our legal shield protection. Get your business bank account. Get your business PayPal account. If you guys got all of these things, perfect. You are ready for the cash flow cycle. If you're missing any of these items, let's go ahead and get those taken care of, because the new cycle, new cash flow cycle, starts this Sunday. Okay? We're launching tomorrow, which means Friday we open cart. Saturday it runs through 24 hours. Sunday it runs through 24 hours, and Monday we close cart. That's how many people we'll have recruited to start on Sunday. Make sense, guys? So this is happening. It was a long time coming. Okay, so let's keep rocking. All right. The big idea is to inject complicated professional money systems into your DNA so you'll never go back to the old methodology of growing money. Complete this program and you will give yourself an income for life. Okay. The end objective: 100K in business credit assets growing on the power triangle side of power, on the power triangle side of the cash flow. So you should have those matching. If you don't, something's broke. We need to fix it up before we can move you into cycle 3. You've mastered 3 core business funding working cash flow systems. So when we turn your the rotators on, you're going to be getting paid while you train as a founding member. That money that we're paying you as you train is going to be going into your working capital system, so you can have PayPal giving you money, giving you an income for life anytime you need that or extra cash. You're going to see me do that process for people that's in that actual program. So that's coming up as well. And we hope that you have achieved perfect paydex if you have followed all of our instructions and directions and didn't skip a step or mess anything up. Then part 2, join the 52K per month 24/7 club. You're going to learn 12 evergreen professional money campaigns to activate your passive, your residual, your leverage, and your systems income. Okay, this gives you 7 predictable lifetime revenue streams. This gives you complete business campaign with scalability. This gives you professional sales and marketing blueprint. This gives you a business acquisition and investment portfolio. That's everything we just started going through. Okay, and then the last cycle: become an NBL Nation chapter founder and assets under management certified prosperity. Okay, that's going to have you to achieve up to 250K in passive income per quarter. That's straight from our academies. Let me explain to you how they work. Right now, our price point is $3,000. Okay, so I'll make sure you guys some numbers really quick, because it's fun. It's fun looking at the numbers. So right now, our price point is $3,000. Okay. Last year, our price point was $100 coming in, then $19 registration, $100 for business week 1, $1,000 for business week 2, and then a la carte price for everything you wanted to get into. Okay, and so this year, because it worked and everybody was able to duplicate the results, we got everybody on track and everything's looking good, like a program that we can actually take to the marketplace and give the people a result. Wow, it looks amazing. So let's go ahead and put a more stable price point on our situation. $3,000. That's everyone's price, or 2 payments of $1,500, or 30 payments of $100. Okay. The reason we broke it down like that is because, well, I'm not even going to talk about that right now. We'll get to it. All right, but that's the price point: $3,000 times 250 people. So right now, I'm thinking about all of our chapters. Times 50 people per class. That's about $150,000 per quarter that we pretty much bring into our program. Okay, at this moment. Okay, when we fill up 50 people in our class. Okay, when we fill up a zip code, right? And I'm very transparent, guys, because I need you guys to understand this. Times that same 3,000, which is our grand launch before Sunday. All right, that's going to bring in about $210,000. Was that right? 3,000. times 120 people, $360,000. I'm sorry. So I'm bringing in about $360,000. Okay, and so that's what we're doing. That's our numbers right now. Every time we close a class out in the quarter, we also increase the price. So next quarter is not going to be $3,000 to come in here. It's going to be $5,000, and then the next quarter is going to be $7,500, and the next quarter is going to be $10,000. So by the time we start the next fiscal year, we'll be at a $10,000 price point. We'll have 6,000 people across the United States of America with results to prove it. Make sense, guys? So I'm showing you guys how to start from the beginning with an idea and then ramp your company up into a $64 million situation. That's what this academy is going to do of those 4 phases that I was talking about in the beginning. Okay, this is phase 1, the NBL business situation. Okay, so that's just so you guys can get a perspective into the numbers, and so you can see that we're not going to be hurting for cash flow to pay our members. There's only 30 of you guys. Wow, it's amazing. Okay, the season we're going to help local working class professionals, and each season we help someone else. Last season when you first started, we were helping internet marketers, affiliate marketers, network marketers. 35 of you started. 35 of you received the transformation. Okay, and we closed doors because the deadline was over. If the deadline is over, we close doors, you can't get in no more. Okay, so now we opened the season again. More people came in, and we were more talking to the entrepreneur. Okay, and so now we're at grand opening, and we're going to the marketplace because we found out that as we trained all of those first initial clients, our best clients have been the working class. Okay, so we test everything before we actually just blindly go out there. Now what we do is we train you guys on cash flow as well. All right, and so when we go out there to open the campaigns up, we're going to get the working class professional a result. Okay, but that's our target audience, local working class professionals. We're going to show them how to grow an income for life before the end of the summer, and will you be one of us? That's pretty much it. Okay, we're local to the clients we serve. New York, Pennsylvania, DMV, North Carolina, and Florida are the only states that we're going to be operating this out of this season. Next season, we're going to open up more states on the East Coast. We're going to open up more zip codes, more regions, and that's going to be based on how we grow. Okay. The power triangle is the business model. It's the power triangle cash flow system, working class model to cash flow domination. All right. This is what I want to show you guys. So our flagship program is in 3 steps. So we just went over a lot of information. Let me show you in a more compact view so you can understand it, especially if you've already been training and you've been in the system. It's going to really make sense right now. Okay, so the program, we got a step 1, a step 2, and a step 3. Y'all see it is real easy. Step 1 is the NBL Business Academy Low Risk LLC Certification Program. It's for working class professionals, right? Eligibility. The result, you're going to get low risk certified with $20,000 in trade line funding. And what does that do? It gives you state-issued low-risk LLCs, a certificate, and your articles of organization. So if you've been through step 1, you successfully set these up. Can you see it? Okay. Then we're going to move you into step 2, cash flow cycle 2, NBL Small Business Startup University, the power triangle cash flow system. It's not a business model anymore. System. Okay. Must have low risk classifications. So if you're not low risk, I can't move you into the system because you're going to mess it up, and I'm not going to have 70 people fail and 30% succeed like every other leader out there in the marketplace who's okay with that. I'm not. I want 100% success rate. If you know the steps, you should be able to complete it. It's just like grade school. How can the government get the whole country to go through the 12th grade and get a diploma? Because it's a systematic process. That's it. You know, everybody knows the steps, okay? It's nothing mystical or magical about success. You're just knowing. If you know it, you can do it. If you don't, you can't, period. Must have low risk classifications. We show you how to obtain your low risk NAIC code in our database. Some people got it because you just went on ahead and did put it in there. That's in Business Week 2A, if you haven't seen that yet. Perfect business credit and paydex score. And let me show you guys. It's in Business Week 2A. Okay, right here. And yeah, NAICS code is going to be in this week somewhere. I don't know where to find it, but yeah, it's somewhere. It's a link down here somewhere. I can't find it. We don't have time for me to look for it, but it's near there if you guys want to check it out. Okay. What's next? When you get that, we're going to be showing you how to get perfect business credit and a payback score. You're going to understand the 4 tiers of business credit and fundability. You're going to have multiple sources of self-generating revenue. That's what the entire cash flow cycle is for. If you don't get through cycle 1 and get your credentials set up, there's no need to move you into cycle 2. We're not going to leave anyone behind. Those credentials have to be set up. We are starting on Sunday. Okay. Certified revenue technician. You'll be licensed to legally train wealth instruments, assets under management under the NBL Business Partner Program to working class professionals. This is how we can turn on your trade. Turn on your pay as you train. You learn it. We get you clients. Well, we don't even get you clients. They come into our system, and because you're already trained, you help them because it's just the right thing to do. Okay, we don't pay everyone that comes in. This is it. Once this presentation closed today, our founding beta members close today, and so do our rotator. You guys are the only ones locked into it or on it unless you come through Will, which is our Working Capital Partners program, and that holds a $2,500 price point where most of us only paid $500 or payments of $100 or whatever the case may be. Okay, and so I'm messing up. Okay, and so the next step, step 3, NBL Nation founding chapter leader for your local region. This is what we want you to ultimately become, so we can make sure that we consistently help working class professionals in that town. If I'm not in that town, I'm not going to be like, if I'm not in that town to monitor it, then I won't open it up. But if I train someone to be in that town, and I know exactly, I know that they went through my training, I know that I trained them personally, then I can open up, let other people into our system, and because they're near you, they feel confident, they feel comfortable. You're right there in the town with them. There's connections that's unbelievable that we can make in those types of situations, guys. Networking events, all types of things, okay? But this is going to teach you systems and automations, the trainings, the official NBL partner or staff member, okay? Systematically remove your day-to-day, giving you total time freedom, the second of the 3 freedoms, okay? So there's time freedom, there's financial freedom, then there's location freedom. 3 freedoms, okay? Expert in creating unlimited cash flow through expert in creating unlimited cash flow, and then business leverage income systems that create unlimited transactions. That's what we're going to be ultimately. That's the end result. So when you get to cycle 3, which is cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, you can see it. Okay, that's how it breaks down, guys. Listen, start your journey to becoming a cash flow professional. We only opened up 120 spaces. This is the I'm kind of choppy and it's just going through it because you guys are already in here, but this is the presentation we're going to have professionally presented to the world as they inquire about what we have. Okay, and then when they see this program, they make a decision. They go to they're going to go to this website. They're going to register their seat. They're going to look at the order form. It's going to be 3,000. It's going to be 100. It's going to be 1,500. It's going to be some payments of 100. Okay, but this is how the entire model look. Let me explain this to you guys because I never explained it before. All right, so the Power Triangle cash flow system, the total income solution for working class professionals. Cycle 1, and I cannot drill this in your head enough, guys, so you can see it all 3 ways I just showed it to you. Cycle 1, the power cycle, obtain low risk classification with SBA and SBFE. The working class business credit started building stage. That's what we're doing. We're building your business credit. Do you have an EIN right now? Do you have low risk credentials? Do you have a Dun & Bradstreet number? Wow, you are on the right path. Congratulations, my friend. I guarantee if you walk down your street, you walk down 30,000 streets in your neighborhood, you might find maybe 2 people with a Dun & Bradstreet number. Okay, and I'm talking about just regular working class people. Okay, that's the power cycle. It gives you power in business. So I call it the power cycle. It gives you money, which is power in life. Okay, then we move you over into the cash flow cycle. Cycle number 2. You're going to learn to create passive income. $52K per month through your 540K plan. That's passively that you'll be generating. The rotator. more money that we're making you on your behalf just in case you can't get the strategy down pat. That's definite passive income. Then residual, when you get that strategy down pat, do you know that when we recruit the 120 people in your town under your zip code as a certified founder, when they also protect their LLCs, you get paid for that? Did you know that when we do it again, you get paid for that? When we do it again, you get paid for that. When we do it again, you get paid for that until you tell us to stop paying you for that, or until NBL Business no longer exists because you decided to become a founding member. I need you guys to understand is you are not working alone by yourself, and you have a person who knows how to create massive amounts of chunks of cash that we can go spend every day. Okay, so do not mess your opportunities up just because you don't fully understand, and fear will allow you to stop. Trust me, I've been there, right? Leverage income. That's the leverage. That's part of the leverage that I was telling you about. Unlimited funded trade lines, working lines of business credit. Oh, that's going to be good in cycle 2. I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, so we're going to be showing you how to build your business rating up to a low 5 bank rating. Let me just see if I can Google that real fast. I don't know if y'all even Google low 5 bank. Look at that. Come right up. Low 5 bank rating. Okay. So the setup. Let me just show y'all what this means. 5 mistakes that sabotage your company's bank credit score. Okay, how bank credit works. A business can get more business credit fast if it has at least one bank reference and an average daily account balance of at least $10,000 for the most recent 3-month time period. The setup will yield a bank rating of a low 5. This means it is an adjusted debt balance of from $5,000 to $30,000. A lower rating, such as a high 4 or balance of $7,000 to $99,999, will slow down the approval process and can even mean automatic rejection. Okay, so you want to get this low 5 rating, because if you're not, you're going to get a high 4 rating and you'll get automatically rejected. So I'm going to teach you guys, or show you guys the processes and what me and Greg does in order to get a low 5 rating. And that means that you just opened your money up to unlimited. Okay. But we're going to leave that there. We don't have enough time to go through it. If you want to do some research, I would just do some research on it. Okay, I'm just trying to show you guys what's coming up. All right. And then cycle 3, the ceremony, right, which is next year, next fiscal year, having prosperity, unlimited cash flow. So by this time, you should have perfect Paydex 80 score. You should have built a portfolio of compounding growth assets. You should have land acquisitions and revenue for life. But we're going to teach you land acquisitions and revenue for life, and inside all that stuff is going to be happening in cycle 3. Okay, look at the inside of the power triangle. Right, this is called the cash flow cycle. This is called the prosperity cycle. Okay, inside the power triangle, top 3%, they produce what everyone else consumes. Are you producing right now? If you're not, you're a consumer, which means that you're in the middle class 97%. Right, which means you're never knowledgeable enough to hit millionaire status, and you're often consuming versus creating. Okay, this is facts, guys. If you want to change your income, you have to change your life. This is what I mean. This is what they mean by that. This is what they mean. Not your thoughts, not your manifestations, right? Not your law of attractionists. Okay, literally the processes on how you operate within your life, so you can create a better lifestyle. All right, beginners are confused, only and always searching for free information. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person. Okay, right. So that's the power triangle, an everlasting financial superstructure for solo entrepreneurs and small business owners. That's it, guys. Okay, so that's what we're going through ultimately. Right now, let's go over the checklist, the team huddle notes, so that we can see where we're at and what we're going to be doing next. It's going to be really fast because I just went through that, so you guys, this makes this presentation a little bit faster. Okay, so this is part 2, and after this is over, we're going to go ahead and put everyone in place so that we can understand what's going on. All right, so first, and I'm just going to go through it. If you have questions on these things that I haven't explained in here, then definitely put them in the chat rooms. I'll put them in the comments of this post so we can answer them. This post will be inside, well, I don't need to say that, but it's going to be inside the Working Capital Facebook group. Okay. All right. So we're no longer doing the healthcare inside of the NBL Business Academy because it doesn't make sense. We're just trying to build cash flow. When we get you guys into like the founding when we get into the founding chapter trainings in cycle 3, that's when we'll incorporate that, because it's just been a hassle trying to incorporate something when you don't have a real company or like a finished company. Right? We're doing some parts like DMV, we're finished up there. In Florida, we're still building it out because you guys just came on board. Make sense, guys? So we're going to wait until we get more locations, more solid, so that when we roll this plan out, everyone's protected versus, it being all over the place. So don't worry about that anymore. We finalize and characterize our program as a simple training program that creates unlimited cash flow. Moved away from anything outside of the scope of that. Okay, so we're not, what we used to be. I don't know. We had a lot of angles and things. Give me 1 second. Okay, and so we've done that. Let me move this out the way really quick. We finalized the entire curriculum of the NBL Business Academy up through December the 31st, the last day of the cash flow cycle 2 of the Power Triangle. Okay, so everything's finalized. Once we move into the next cycle, we're going to be just moving. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, first coming up is the launch today and tomorrow, and then next we're starting on Sunday into the new training modules. Okay. Our USP has been finalized as well, which means we help working class people turn business credit into passive income. They can pay their bills. Well. The podcast has been doing an exceptionally well job. It's the top 40. We're actually number 35 in FeedSpot, which is the company that monitors pretty much every podcast in the world. Okay, so that's really good, and we're really proud about that. We split the team into 2 sections. Okay, section 1 are the members or participants and executives. So that's section 1, members, participants, and executives. And the names that I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, which I'll say it again, Alicia and Sergio, which are my 2 executive assistants, Will, Systems, Greg, and Eugene, which are my business partners. Okay, you guys are excluded from anything we talk about in this presentation. And that's okay. And so members, participants, and executives. Executives would be like team captains. It would be people that's working on specialty programs that's on the back end. Like, for instance, we have Jeffrey. He's working on a lot of the trade line situations for you. Okay, we have Berkman that's working. We're about to start working with Berkman and a bunch of campaigns when it comes to the cash flow cycle. So there's a lot of executives as captains back here that you guys are considered to be the leaders of the team because you know a little bit more. You've been here a little bit longer. Okay, and then we have section 2, which is our staff members, and those are the people that we just onboarded who's going to be working with me in Global Tech. Again, this doesn't have anything to do with you, doesn't have anything to do with your compensation plans, doesn't have anything to do with the duties we'll be doing. So none of this has to do with anything that comes with Global Tech. Okay, if you're on staff, then you are a participant, an executive, or a member. All right, just make sure that we understand that. Participants are members, captains, and executives of the NBL Business Academy. Executives of this academy are top C-level team, right? That's our top C-level team. So just to name them off, and I don't want to forget anybody, okay? So the final captains, based on who actually is in flock and who's actually paying attention. And so when I reach out, you guys are right there with me. This is going to be one heck of a ride, and I need people that's going to be on point. Okay, so if you didn't make the final cut, don't take it personal. We just need you involved. So Berkman, Alicia, of course, James, Rod, and that's pretty much it. Okay, for the team captains, and these captains have been in place since we've started. Okay, we haven't added any new captains on. New captains, I know there's a lot of captains or executives that's inquiring. But we'll have those meetings right now. I'm talking about what's in place, and you know your roles, and you know exactly what you're doing to help this actually facilitate into the open market. Okay? If you aren't staff, you are participant. Make sense? Participants are members, like the captains and executives. Executives of the academy are top level C team. Okay? Global Tap staff members are just these staff members. Let's just see over here. We got them. We got Radel, we got Latanya, we got Scott, we got Eric, we got Vanessa, we got Michael, and I think I think this is it. Okay, I think that's it. Let me see if this Latanya, Vanessa, Scott, Eric, and Michael. Yeah. After you finish paying the remaining balance of your becoming a staff member fee, the lifetime access member fee is all you pay after. Okay, and so when I say lifetime access member fee, that means that you guys, which is Eric, Kevin, Gavin, Scott, Vanessa, David, Liz, Michael, Esteban, and Eric are already registered for your encryption because you are on the lifetime access membership fee. Make sense, guys? Okay. Both fees are the same, about $540. This allows you to access the Oracle for the entire cycle 2. Everything that I'm about to teach you is the most advanced money getting systems in the world. I've made them up because I worked for, I'll say at least 600 compensation plans and mastered them and blew them up. Okay, all types of compensation plans in my life, and they were broken. A lot of them is broke today. People just don't understand, right? And so the way that I do it, it creates cash flow, unlimited transactions, so that you never run out of money. That stuff is going to be encrypted inside of my platform, so that it's not leaked until we get through 2023, the year, right? Once everything is done, I'm gonna take this Oracle platform and I'm gonna give it to my developers and programmers, and they're gonna put everything that we just went through into a home study course. They're gonna put a $30,000 price point on it, and then we're gonna market that to the world while we move into phase 2. Make sense, guys? Okay, so that's why the encryption exists, so we are not breached and looking like the crazy people over there who had $600 million in Ethereum taken from them. It's crazy. How do you leave your stuff that open? I don't understand. Right? But this can be broken down into installments of your choice, listed on the registration form, and will automatically renew each year unless you cancel. Okay. All other program fees of NBL Staff Beta has been eliminated. So when we look at our product line, we have 36 products in total. All of them are on the market, and we're updating the price points as we speak. Who's ever taken any of these, if you paid and you registered for these trainings, congratulations, they're coming up. Okay. All your payments on these trainings have been eliminated, except for, I got that coming up in another meeting, so don't worry about that. But for the most part, every payment that you guys have been paying have been eliminated because we're not in beta mode. We've been testing it, and everything is cool. The transactions work. Everything's in place. Everything is good. We don't need any extra cash from you guys. Okay, so what we did, we eliminated these fees. We put the encryption fee in place, which is a $45 fee per month, so that you stay encrypted in the Oracle, and I can give you and deliver information to you knowing that it is protected because you're paying for that protection. Right? Okay, cool. Okay, so that's how it is. 36 products, and it's a lot of them, guys. Cool. All the programs has been eliminated. Our final captains are Sergio, Alicia, Rod, Kevin, James, Berkman. Sergio, Alicia, Rod, Kevin, James, and Berkman. We all have to pay an encryption fee. You all responded in flock the other day, which is why you made the final cut to be the team captains. Okay, members, if you have any private questions outside of the scope of what we teach in the academy, those gentlemen, Sergio, Rod, Kevin, James, Berkman, we've added Eric, we've added Scott, Vanessa, Liz, bunch of staff members, okay? These people, because the staff wasn't in place when I did this, so just bear with me, guys. But the staff plus the captains are the people who are going to be in front of Larry. So if you have questions, they'll be able to answer those questions for you. After today, Larry will be unavailable unless you are a staff member, right? I'll be available for the live trainings that we go through each week, but we're building a lot on the back end, and so we're putting people in place that's going to handle membership questions, that's going to handle the systems, that's going to handle the payouts, that's going to handle everything that's not a part of the visionary or the building process. Make sense, guys? So this is really like the last time we'll be like really in the trenches together unless you're taking one of the trainings for that week. So again, the schedule goes as this. We release the new training on Sunday, live, having a discussion. Wednesday, we come back live so that we can make sure you guys put it in place. If you didn't, then we got to fix it. And we're going to take Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to fix it. And then Sunday, a new lesson is released live. Then we jump in. It's Wednesday, we can do a live Q&A. And then if you haven't finished Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you can do that. And then Sunday, we release a new lesson. And then live. And then we go back to Wednesday, live to answer your questions. And Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you got, time to fix it. And then Sunday, again, live, we release a new lesson. So that's how the entire next 2 years is going to run. That puts me on a schedule so that I can make sure team is okay. All right, back on the back end, on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll be doing a lot of building with staff. Okay, guys, so this is my way of freeing my time, but putting the pieces in place so that you guys don't feel like we're neglecting you or not giving you the attention that you all also need. But at the same time, we got to build this into a $64 million product and program, and it takes a lot of time to do those things on the back end, all while we're paying you while you train, all while we're teaching you the process and systems, all while you're transparently watching me do this step by step as we move through. Everything that you're reading about, you're going to see Larry do with his own LLCs. Again, I don't run a company that really help people. I run a company because I help my own circumstances and I solve my own problems. And if you happen to have that problem, and my problem that I'm solving is the cash flow problem, right? And if you happen to have that problem, then your cash flow problem will be solved too, going through the NBL Business Academy. That's how it works, okay? So these gentlemen will act as mediator between Larry and the team. So I will never have another question from a participant in my direct inbox, all right? Beta mode is over. Access to myself, Will, and Greg will be limited to your levels of membership. Please place Academy questions in the threads of the lessons. Only inbox a member of leadership if it's an urgent matter. Billing is not an urgent matter. Everything that involves around the NBL Business Academy, I am transparent on the back end. So when you send me questions like, hey, Larry, I don't have the money to start this program. Guess what? I'm going to teach my staff how to handle those types of questions. Y'all make sense? So guys, everything is transparent. I'm a very transparent guy. Everything. The whole thing. Okay, so understand those things. Our motto is simple. We do it together, and I will not leave any of us behind. So that's our assurance to simply relax, trust the process, and the results will come. All right. So if you up to this point, you understand what's going on. We understand that, okay, we're moving into cycle 2. This is what's going on. The rest of this document is going to go over how that looks. All right. The most important part is to get your encryption fee taken care of. All right. So the founding members. These are the founding members. I'm sorry, these are the people that's on the founding member lifetime access. See that? Eric, Kevin, Gavin, Scott, Vanessa, Dave, Liz, Michael, Esteban, and Eric. Okay. Michael got into the Oracle a year ago, so that's why you moved over, and that's why you're moved over here, Michael. Let me show you. Okay. No, you also became a founding member, so wow. I mean, a lifetime access member. Okay, Eric, not Michael. Eric. Eric was over here as well. Eric, you had purchased the Oracle Community cash flow cycle. We were selling it at this price, and this was back in October. Okay, because you became a staff also, Eric. We put your name over here so we wouldn't be confused. Okay, so you see that same thing. So don't worry about that. However, when this runs out, we want everyone going to be, every single person in our system will be on the, thought I had it up here. It has to be right here. Okay, it's going to be the Oracle encrypted fee. Okay, the only person that's on that fee right now would be Michael. So Michael is the only person, but again, he came on here on October the 19th. So that actually is going to end on April the 25th. Okay, and so you want to make sure that everyone comes to this order form. Let me right, which is the Oracle Encrypted Network fee. You want to make sure that you come to this order form, because this is the fee that keeps you encrypted, that makes you move into all the other rooms, which is that we're going to be using inside the Oracle. Okay, and so if you're not encrypted, unfortunately, guys, we got to remove you from those rooms, because we were just beta testing everything. So everybody is going to start right here in this Facebook group. As you become encrypted, we'll go ahead and gain you access. You will maintain the 24/7 club. You will maintain Business Week 1A through 2A, because those rooms are just, they're just your study rooms. There's just preliminary information, credentials, and things like that. I'm not really concerned about that information in those rooms. But when we move into Area 51 and we open up Business Week 3 room for you guys, these are where my personal processes that creates my unlimited cash flow, the way that I designed it, my secrets of the industry, the way that Larry maintains his status and be relevant. Okay, you guys want to learn how to do that for yourselves. So you have to be encrypted, because the information I'm releasing is very, very delicate, and it's my intellectual properties. All right, so make sure that the subscription fee is good. It's a $540 fee. Just make sure that you're encrypted for the entire program for the next 1 full year. You can do that up front. You can do it in 2 installments. You can do it in 5 installments of $108, or you can do it in $45 monthly payments. That's that's how we used to doing it anyway. Okay. And so once you get encrypted, we'll move you into Business Week 3, and we'll make sure that you're ready for Sunday. As soon as you get the encryption paid, you move into Business Week 3. Let me try and forget anything. Business Week 3. Okay, yeah, and besides giving you the documents for the 540K plan and all that good stuff, but that comes in Business Week 3. So yeah, so get the encryption settled, and then we'll go ahead and move you guys into the right situations. Okay, this Sunday. If you're not there, remember, we're launching tomorrow, and so we're opening up the floodgates to a whole new class of people. The first come, first serve basis, guys. You got to do it like that. It's a real product to the public. Okay, the founding beta test is over, so now you're learning what's going to change your life from this point on. You're going to be learning in a way that's going to systematically help you create the transformation that you need. There's no more specialty programs. There's no more specialty upsells. All of those things have been already taken care of and done. Okay, so don't worry about those types of things. I'm going to close that out. There's no need for that to be open no more. Okay, cool. So what's next? Please place Academy questions in the threads of the lessons, because our staff members and our team members and our captains, they'll be the ones that's handling, unless it's an urgent matter, which means, hey, Larry, there's a serious family condition, or something serious has happened, and I need this taken care of. Those are, it's private matters. I don't share private matters with anyone, because, confidentiality is key. And so if there's anything outside of the scope of NBL Business Academy, it's a private matter. Anything about NBL Business Academy is a training situation. So just understand that. Stay out of the inboxes, guys, with NBL business questions, because it's going to sit there. We're not going to answer inbox messages. Put it in the lesson, because as soon as you put it in the lesson, I don't care what question it is, I don't care how it sounded you in your head, it's a training situation. Okay, and we're very transparent on the team. And if we do happen to make a mistake, we want to see it. We want to understand it. That's why it's called a mistake. And so this helps everybody win. This helps everyone have a safe place to learn, and it helps everyone grow at the same time. Okay, moving forward, global tech. This is important. I train as I go, guys. That's why this is from a bottom up build, because if you can't create money from scratch, how can you teach another person to create money from scratch? That's just my philosophy, right? So I train on what I'm building, and I teach you how to build it as we go. This is my apprenticeship program. It allows you to see how to build your own NBLs while practicing as a founder of a 360,000 NBL quarterly machine. Did y'all see it? Y'all see the 360,000? Okay, great. That you learn with and profit from. This will be the last time we ever mention Global Tech. This is one of our umbrella corporations that's going to be part of the 4-phase process. Staff members are projected to make $150K per month starting tomorrow. We're going to go through your entire compensation plan, because it's more than that. If you want to be a staff member, this will be the last night for you to enroll. So if we have 7 staff members. If you want to become staff, definitely send me an inbox. I'm going to send you the registration form. You become staff. If you become a staff member, that means that you're just a staff member. Okay, you still have to encrypt your encryption for the NBL Business Academy because that's a whole different company. Okay. Last team update before you launch. If you paid $3,000 to come in and you paid the $500 to be a working capital partner, that takes care of your paid as you train portion. It takes care of your NBL Business Academy portion. You still have to pay the encrypted fee to be encrypted. Okay, so everybody has to pay an encryption fee. Now listen, the encryption fee is completely optional. You don't have to pay it. You don't have to register the encryption. If you don't register your encryption, you won't be on live training calls. You'll just get all of your information delivered in Simplero 1 week after we do it live with the team, if that makes sense, guys. Okay, so if you don't want to do the encryption, you're like, you know what, I just like to study on my own. I want to just dive in when I feel like diving in, then you can actually have that option, and you'll just have your information delivered in Simplero when we've did it live already. Okay, makes sense, guys? Cool. All right, so the last team update for the launch, and this is the update. So let's go over this real quick. Today is the last day of beta testing until we finalize the cash flow cycle. The cash flow cycle lasts for 1 total year. The end objective is to create $52,000 per month in passive income from scratch consistently every month. Okay, you have the option of getting paid while you train, and that's within our working capital program. So if you are a working capital partner, you are going with Rotator, you're going to get paid as you train. Okay, $500 to enroll before Sunday, unless you registered during the pilot promo when we released it, right? Then $2,500 after Sunday. This places you in the top tier compensation paid as you train plan. So let me explain that to you guys. Founding beta members who started from scratch with me 5 years ago, you guys came in, you paid for a bunch of stuff and processes, and we tested systems and all that good stuff. You are automatically on the paid as you train program. If you came in after after those members, if you came in after we started and you didn't begin at the 5 years mark, that means that you came in after we was already up and running, and NBL Business, the title and the description and the name and logo was already designed. Okay, if you came in before the NBL Business logo was designed, you're good. If you came in after the logo and the NBL Business logo was designed, and you guys know you are, if you came in after the logo was designed, this is around 2020. Okay, anytime after 2020, if you came in after 2020, this means that you paid $500 to become a working capital partner, along with your NBL Business Academy fee. Okay, or you paid whatever the price point was as a working capital partner when we released that promo, and you became a working capital partner, which means you're going to get paid as you train. You're going to understand the working capital process with the free PayPal money, all of that good stuff. You're already registered. Everything is okay. Okay. If you are not a working capital partner, which means you are not on the Rotator, you're not going to be paid as you train. Okay. You're still going to learn the $52,000 process. This doesn't make sense, guys. If you're a working capital partner, you're going to learn the $52,000 process, and you're going to learn how to do the working capital portion of that. It's 2 separate programs embedded into one. Just want to make sure that's distinctively clear. How do you qualify for the 540K plan? By protecting your LLCs and becoming a legal shell associate. If you're not a legal shell associate, there's no reason to teach you the 540K plan. Okay, so if you're a legal shell associate, you're going to learn the 540K plan. If you're not, then this means that you're not going to learn the 540K plan. As simple as that. If you're working capital, you're going to learn how to take your commissions that we teach you how to make and grow PayPal money with it. If you're not a working capital partner, you're not going to be in that training. Let's get situated, okay, guys? Everyone still has to pay the encryption fee. That's the most important fee. When you're encrypted, you're encrypted. We can work everything else out on the back end. Okay, here's the breakdown. The working capital partners, let me say this real fast, will be at the top level compensation plan Rotator. The NBL partnership will be on a paid as you train Rotator. Okay, so the working capital partners, if you're a working capital partner, you're in a top level compensation plan. This means that I've already had conversations with you about 3,000. I'm sorry. Well, we haven't had those conversations. We haven't had those meetings. We just talked to the team in general about this was how it's going to happen. So if you're a working capital partner, this means you're getting paid $3,000. I'm sorry, you get every $3,000 commission we make, you get a $1,500 commission. If we make a $1,500 sale, you get a $750 commission. If we make a $100 sale, you get a $50 commission. And so when people come in under $3,000, we pay you $1,500 in comp. When they come in at $1,500, we pay you 2 payments of $750 based on their payment schedule. When they come in at $100, we pay you every time they pay us, we pay you $50. Okay, and so if we put one, I'm going to show you guys the numbers again. And this is for my top lit tier working capital partners. You know if you're a working capital partner or not. 3,000 times 120. That's how much we bring in from each zip code as a partner. Okay, you guys are the only ones getting paid. We need certified revenue technicians in the towns. So when we turn zip codes, it's going on your links. That's just the bottom line. We're going to have a meeting after you guys get in place, which is going to go over your partner links, show you how to access your partnership program and your affiliate links and your tracking systems and all that good stuff. So that's coming up after we get situated, and that'll be happening inside the cash flow cycle. Okay, guys? So that's 360,000 divided by 2, which means you just made $180,000. Okay? $180,000. That's what a 50-50 split means. Okay? And so, let me show you. If we paid you $1,500 of that $3,000 times 120 people, and how many people we're going to bring into your city, that's $180,000 that you make. If we bring 120 people in every 30 days as a working capital partner, you're making $180,000 every 30 days. Or you could be making two payments of $750 times 120, which is $90,000. Make sense, guys? And then when they pay their second payment, we give you your second payment. Okay? Or you could be making 30 payments of $50. Okay? That's $1,500. No, I'm sorry. Let's grab that. Or you can make it $50 times 120. I'm sorry, $50 times 120 people will give you a residual income of $6,000 per month. This is before we touch anything else throughout this entire program. Get encrypted, guys. It's important. Okay? The NBL Partners has been revamped. First, we're going to pay everyone as they train. Okay, so it don't make a difference if you're a working capital partner or not. If you protect your legal shield benefits, you are going to be paid as you train. Until we've tested and validated our process, and we don't do this, and we don't need to do this, as what we teach is of ultimate value. Make sense, guys? Unlimited self-generating cash flow is what I'm teaching you. That's valuable enough. Okay, and when you go into the legal shield portion of it, this is the people who's not a working capital partner. This is how you're going to look. Okay, we're going to be bringing 120 people into the system. Okay, it's going to times, and I'm gonna just do the 500 because that's how much we ultimately want to be getting paid from legal shield. So that's $60,000 that's going to be created within our program. Okay, so it's about 25 of you, about 25. So you're looking at $2,400 payments that probably be hitting your account each time we recruit 120 people in the system. Make sense, guys? Under your rotator. For the people that's under just the legal shield rotator. People that's in the working capital partners, you guys are going to be seeing individually. You'll be seeing this times 500, about $60,000 by yourself individual. Okay, and I wasn't calculating it like that. We're doing 100 because that first 15 to 20 sales, you showed me sending you fluctuating payments. Okay, and then you multiply that by 105 times 120, which is the campaign. That's not it. 105 times 500, which is the payment that legal should do. That's about $52,000 a month. Okay, and so that's how we calculate your pay, and that's how we make that number happen. Okay, all you got to do is strategically follow what we're doing, and you'll be able to make that happen or show up in your life. Okay, so don't worry about that. This is the breakdown of it. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. So, oh yeah, we turned it into the 540K 24/7 Club Partnership and NBL Silver Level Rotator. All right, that means that you've activated Legal Shield, Business Protection or Personal Protection, ID Shield, Associate Fees, That means your business protection, $99. Your personal protection, $24.95. The ID shield, $11.95. Associate fee, it could be either $50 or $99, depending on what the promotion is with Legal Shield. That video is in Business Week 2. Activate your Legal Shield benefits. I mean, it's in 24/7 Club. Sorry, 24/7 Club. And activate Legal Shield. Okay. Watch this video. Watch this video. It shows you how to do that. Okay. But most of us, for the most part, is already activated, so don't worry about that. The activation instructions inside the club, and I just showed you what that's at. So let's look at the roadmap. Okay. This is our history. You guys can read over that. But we pay you as you train. So first 15 was what we're trying to get you up to. And that's going to be for month 1. You're going to be paid about $200, so you'll make about $5,000 in the first month of Legal Shield when we show you how to do this rotation. Okay. Then the second month, it's $577. That's how much Legal Shield will be paying you as long as you max out their comp plan. And now remember, the rotator is going to be working with you, and we're going to be showing you how to manually do this by showing you how to pass out a telegram letter inside of your city that doesn't require you to talk to anyone. Now, you can do that manually, or you can do that using a tool inside of our Atlant marketing firm. It's totally up to you. However you do it, this is the result that is going to obtain. Okay, predictably enroll 3 per day, making $1,731 per day. That's going to give you approximately 51,930 people. So you mean if we place this in front of 120 people every day, do you think 3 people would have the right mind to say yes to 3,000 or 2 payments of 1,500 or 30 payments of 100 if they say, wow, I'm going to learn the unlimited cash flow process and this makes sense? I think so. Okay. Not to mention, I don't have to think about it. I'll show you. Let me show you guys. Okay. So we're currently, we currently have 67 of you guys that's paying. You know, there's only 35 of you guys that you know, but we're 48%. 48% is what we're converting, and then our average lead is bringing us $240 every time we get a lead in the system. Okay, so that's just immaculate numbers right there, just immaculate. Okay, all right. So I also wanted guys to show you. It's out the way because I don't want any confusion, so I pulled it up for us. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, guys, I also pulled up because I don't want any confusion, right? So I went ahead and pulled it up for us. So if we look at the working capital pilot program, okay, working capital partners, we never promote this except for the pilot program, and it was a struggle, so we didn't do it any longer because we were coming up into launch. But when we gave the pilot team promotion, Raydell, Liz, Michael, Eric, and Scott were the ones who took advantage of that. So when I talk about the 3,000, the 1,500, and 30 papers of 100, you guys are already part of that program. If you want to become a working capital partner, right, then let me know, and we'll go ahead and send that form. If you are part of the rotator, which means you're going to be on the 540K plan and that's going to give you, this is people that's on the NBL partnership program. Okay, move this out the way. That's going to be Esteban, Latanya, Eric, Liz, David, Scott, James, Vanessa, Kevin, Michael, and Esteban. Esteban paid twice. Oh yeah, that's right. We did that. And then James, and then Kayola, James Covington, Rashad Madison, Moshe Bryant, Rodney Williams, Gail Dickerson, and Mike Rosa. All right, some of these people are not inside active because they just stopped, but they are on the pay-as-you-train program. So if they don't happen to come back, that means that that's money that they'll be missing because we didn't have the patience to just wait after we've already even paid for it. Okay, guys, so don't let our thought process ruin our opportunities. It happens many times and often. I'm seeing it too many times in our industry, okay? And so if you're not part of the PayPal Working Capital Partners, right, which is these 5 people, and you want to get that 3,000, that 1,500, that $1,000, I mean that $750, that $1,500 commission, that $750 commission, and that or those 30 payments of 100, you have to become a working capital partner. Okay, so let me know, and I'll go ahead and send you that registration form. Manolo, because you came in at full price and you already paid your 500, that means that you are a working capital partner, so you're in that program. We just haven't updated the order form yet. Okay, so perfect. All right, so let's keep going. Staff will be learning the 150K per month system. That means staff, working capital partners, you're going to be learning that 150K per month system. Okay, what does that look like? That means that when I go out here and we put 120 people from your zip code and region into our system, they're going to pay us $3,000 per person. That's going to bring us a total of $360,000, right? And we're going to give you $150,000 of that profit. That's what's going to happen, okay? And so members, participants, you'll be learning the 52K per month plan. That means when someone comes in here, make a difference where they come from, and we recruit 120 people. Well, enroll them, right? Well, every person we enroll have to protect the LLCs, right? Isn't that the case? I mean, you all protect your LLCs. I protected mine. I mean, we don't want to be caught up in a class action lawsuit or just something happening to our money because we didn't have the right mind to protect them, right? And so that's just the given. And so that means every person that we brings in here. So what's going to happen? Let me show you this. There's myself, there's Greg, there's Will, that's 3. There's Sergio, that's Alicia, that's 5. Okay. We're going to add in Eric, we're going to add Scott, we're going to add Riedel, Liz, and Vanessa. Okay. Then I'm going to throw in James, I'm going to throw in Rod. And I might put in Berkman in there. That's the whole squad. Okay, so that's about 11 people running the same campaign, different regions, different states. That means that we will be on board inside the Business Academy 1,320 people. That's what that means. Okay, that means that of those 1,320 people, 48% just said yes. That means 633 people said yes based on our percentages. Make sense, guys? Okay, based on that 48%. So 633 people said yes. That means that we just got a payment of $3,000 from all those people. That's $1,900,800. Okay, we divide this. I'm sorry. Remember, it's 50-50 split during the open and launch with the staff. By 11 people, that means we walk away with $172,000 after the launch. Okay, so you got to make a decision. If you want to sacrifice and try it with us, or you want to continue to just stay on a 52K plan, play it safe, and get paid as you train when we teach you the rotator starting on Sunday. Okay, if that's the case, staff starts tomorrow. We'll be helping you run the 2 top-level campaigns. It's going to net us that. That means the social media blast with over 200,000 connections, who's been following the NBL brand for decades. We want this to end our year of enrolling. That's what I'm trying to do tomorrow. I don't want to be enrolling. I want to be training you guys to teach this. Make sense? Or I want to be teaching you guys to learn this. Make sense? Working class professionals projecting 150K in 7 days. I just showed you the numbers. Right? Members start Sunday, so you will have laid back week. Tutorials will be released as you wait. This is one of those tutorials. Transition to cycle 2, the cash flow cycle. That's all going to be in cycle in 2B. So by the time we start enrolling everyone, or by the time we start, everyone will be set up or be caught up to speed. Okay, the entire team for the launch campaigns will be paid leadership referral sales as soon as we begin. Okay, so even if you're not in the launch campaign, as we bring members on board and they start protecting their LLCs, 2B is going to show you how our rotator works so that you guys can understand it. The entire team for launch campaigns will be paid leadership referrals as soon as we begin. So it's imperative to make sure everyone is fully activated. So make sure your leadership associate ID is paid up and you have an associate ID. Make sure you have a legal benefits package. That means $24.95. The $99 sale doesn't come, the $99 protection, that's part of business leadership. That's not part of private personal leadership. So it doesn't qualify for you to get commissions, okay? The $24.95 qualifies you for commissions. The associate ID fee qualifies for you to back office and get your link and make sure that you can actually get paid. Okay, so make sure that everything, guys, before Sunday is paid up to date. If you have any questions, do not be on the outside looking in when Saturday at midnight come, because I'm telling you, you're going to have to wait until the next Sunday because I'm already going to be, it's gone. Campaigns is launched, rotator is in place, people are positioned. Don't delay. Get positioned. You got an encryption fee. If you want to be a working capital partner, you want to ask for that registration form. Other than that, everybody is okay. That's what's happening right now. Okay. Members start Sunday. The staff starts tomorrow with me, Will, and Greg. The entire team for the launch campaigns will be paid, like I say, the referrals off coming off Legal Shield. The tour is about to be released. And all in all, guys, we did it together. So just like we said we would, let's bring it home and let's go get it. Okay, so in hindsight, it's time again to let the part of the world we control see what's possible when it comes to growing unlimited self-generating cash flow. Okay, so let's just go ahead and recap, and this will be the end, and we can go ahead and get started. So the recap: members, please ensure your encryption is registered. That's the most important part right now. Staff, please ensure your lifetime fees are up to date. That's the most important part right now. The other fee, well, let me say it like this. Folks who activated encryption in October, which is Michael, that's because we gave the encryption because we knew he was going to have it encrypted. The folks who didn't activate encryption, you guys became an NBL partner back when we first started. Okay, so that kind of took care of your encryption. All right, so now we've kind of like streamlined our pricing. We've consolidated parts of the system that we don't need exposed and things of the nature. So the encryption fee takes care of your training protection. Like it just makes sure that all the things that you are about to learn stay safe, and make sure that when you upload your documents, when you upload your bank statements, when you upload your LLCs, when you upload all of your personal information, it stays safe. Okay, we hear too often about companies being breached because the founders of the company were too lazy to, put that fee in place, or too afraid to tell the members to help us pay that encryption cost. Okay, and so it's protected by by Comcast Business. We're encrypting on our own servers, which means everything that we do, we own. Okay, and so that's how it gets down. That's why the encryption fee exists. It's very important. If you don't pay it, you will not be seeing any live trainings. You will not be any live huddles with me, or you not be hearing any of my intellectual properties, because I have to keep it safe. You will be receiving the information in Simplero after we've edited and taken out what we don't want to expose, and kept in what we do want to expose. Okay, so the encryption fee keeps you live, keeps you involved. If you're not in that service, then you're going to be in the pretty much do-it-yourself portion of the program. All other fees outside of Entrepreneur the Game and LW companies has been eliminated. Okay, so if you register for Entrepreneur the Game, or you register for LW companies, you're the pilot team for those programs. Those are the only additional enrollments that you would pay, or registrations that you would pay, outside of your encryption fee or your lifetime access membership fee at the point. Okay, these two fees are part of our higher brands. You'll learn more inside staff meetings for cycle 3. If you're not a staff member but you are in one of those products, you will be inside that staff meeting when we give those meetings inside the staff circle. Okay, make sure your Legal Shield is activated. We are learning the Power Triangle Cash Flow System. We just went over this, so I'm not going to go over it again, but this is your copy. All right, our Facebook groups, we will be removing all non-members from all of the Facebook groups that's connected to our internal programs. Any non-members that send the request will be sent over to our top level member rotator campaign. So if a person on Facebook find our group and they inquire to get in, they'll be sent to the top of the funnel, which is be one of your links depending on what state they're located in, and they'll have the opportunity to join, and you have the opportunity to get paid. Okay, so in conclusion, you are doing an awesome job, guys. If you want to upgrade to the Working Capital's top level tier, please register. This link is inside your forms, okay, inside the notes that we release. So please register there. Don't forget to activate your encryption before Sunday if you're getting into the top level. We also start tomorrow for the staff, and we're going to be doing a launch campaign. So get registered ASAP if you don't want to miss that initial launch campaign, okay? And so this is the way we're coming to the marketplace, talking to our working class professionals. We've already tested this, so it's already getting inquiries. But 150K in 30 days. It's going to be a telegram they receive. So we don't have to say anything to anyone. Hey, telegram for whoever the name is. Great. They get a black envelope. They look at the telegram. It's going to have a letter in it. We're going to be talking about that letter during the launch tomorrow. This will be the last time you ever hear about the launch if you're not part of staff, because all we're going to be doing is training you through the NBL Business Academy program. Okay, so you won't hear me talking about any more of my companies. You won't hear me talking about any more of these high-level situations because I don't want to confuse our members when they come in, because you guys are founding beta members. You see me build this from the ground up. I was hoping that the entire 35 of us would become staff. That's a little far stretched. It's a full-time situation, right? And so the most important part is just to learn the information. Just learn it as we teach it to you so you can understand it and create the result for yourselves, all right? If you're part of staff, you're going to be helping us build and train as we go, okay? If you're part of captains and leaders, you're going to be helping the members answer questions as they go. Everyone helping everyone. We don't leave anyone behind. Let's do a good job. It's $150K in 30 days. Free info with all the details. The best partner program on the market. We want hungry, young executives. We need leaders who wish to make $150K in 30 days. There's no marketing. There's no selling. We have about 7 different iterations of this promotion that we're sending out because some of them are going to be talking to young executives, seasoned executives, baby boomers. Like, it's a lot of things that we're going to be doing with the launch. I'm pretty excited about it, guys. We're getting a wonderful response rate from the podcast, from the leaders who monitor us, from the clients who's thinking about joining us, and from the market who's waiting for us. So if you are ready to take your income to the next level, you're in the right place. Get positioned so we'll see you on the inside. Everything starts tomorrow by, I'm gonna say at 5 o'clock I end my day. So between 6 and midnight, I'll be moving everyone around based on their registration, and as you get encrypted, we'll be putting you back in place. But we're going to be removing everyone from all of the groups, all of the places that you're not supposed to be, and then when you get encrypted, we'll bring you back into the places where you're supposed to be. But when we start on Sunday, the people that's encrypted will be starting live. The people that's not will be waiting for the trainings in about 2 weeks, okay? So again, it's your boy Larry Wills. It's time to rock and roll. Let's make it happen, and I'll see you guys on the inside. Peace.